Hi, friends. Welcome to another episode of Clearly Thriving. I'm Allison Clay,
And I'm Siri Harkins.
and we're thriving.
Clearly,
Clearly. Siri, what are you drinking?
nothing because I put my water in a different room.
Oh, I have a fresh Pink Whitney and Pink Lemonade because we are still batch recording.
Yes, because we know that it's going to be really hard to record when Allison is at her parents' and it's going to
Yes.
be insane. So,
Historically speaking, that is when we tend to fall off of our schedule
yes. So,
because retirement really suits me. It does, though. I'm not kidding. It's so nice. Because like their house is just like this like luxury vacation cabin, but they just get to live there all of the time. And like they have their little koi pond in the front yard. And last
oh,
year when we were there, we would structure our days around when the fish ate because it's so much fun to watch the fish eat. Because they have this like automatic feeder that just feeds them whenever my dad tells it to. And last year it went twice a day. It went at like 8 a.m. and then 5 p.m. So we would like be up by 8 to watch the fish, like with our coffee. And then at night we would like have our wine and be out there to watch the fish. But apparently since, they went and they like really deep cleaned the pond and like had to downsize the population quite a bit because it was so overcrowded. So now they're only
yeah.
eating once a day. And my dad was like, but I picked the night feeding because that one's more fun. And I was like, I'm fine with that. So I'm very
Right.
excited for my days to be structured around fish feeding. And my dad seems like hell bent on getting a fishing license for me because his like main activity right now, other than like, because they still have been in this house less than a year. So they're still like renovating and, really making it theirs or whatever. But his like main activity for fun is fishing because he has his boat now in the marina slip. And he's like, "You're gonna come out with me, right?" And I was like, "We'll start with once."
Oh my gosh.
Like I will commit to one outing. I haven't been fishing probably in 15 years.
Wow.
I know. Considering my dad is quite the fisherman, that says something. But
Yeah.
yeah, the
You know,
last time
the,
I went fishing, I picked my bait based off which one was prettiest.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's what you do.
Well, he did
Dude.
tell me he was like, just so you know, the fish in this lake don't like pink sparkly lures. And I was like, well, that's rude of him.
Oh my gosh. Um, I was just thinking, the ex that we spent the last episode talking about bought me a fishing rod last year and was like, "Oh, yeah, we'll go fishing." And then do you know what we never did?
Fishing.
Yeah.
Sounds about right.
I left the fishing pole there.
That seems okay.
Yes.
Yeah, my dad, when we were moving them, I discovered this man has approximately 50 fishing poles.
Oh my gosh.
Like, that's probably slightly over exaggerated, but I would say no less than 30. And I was like, why? Because to me, who has only ever been fishing as a child, and for the like bulk majority of my time as a fisherwoman, my fishing rod had Barbie on it. I'm like, you only need one. And that's when I learned, oh no, no, in fact.
Oh
Because
my
they
gosh.
all have their like specific types of fishing, I guess. Like there's the fly fishing ones, there's the one with more snap, there's the sturdier one for the larger catches, there's the one for like the shallow waters. And I was like, okay, I'm have them, I don't care anymore. But Bailey loves fishing. Bailey is more of a true Southern girl than I am. So like she likes sports, she likes fishing, and every time she comes over, I swear, like when she was there for New Year's, she and my dad were like up in the loft watching a game, and my mom and I were just downstairs reading.
Oh my gosh.
But Bailey loves fishing, and she's like, "I'll go fishing with you," and my dad's like, "Please." So Yeah. Apparently one of my little cousins is really into fishing right now, to the point where for Christmas they got him like 200 lures or something like that.
Oh my
So,
gosh.
yeah, his mom brought him to the cabin like a month or so ago, and he brought all of them and was just showing my dad. And apparently, they were just so excited to like be able to talk about it with someone who was also excited.
Oh my
Like,
gosh.
this cousin is 14 and my dad is 69. Like, that's anyway. Apparently, it was precious and they had a great time, and my dad took him out fishing and it was great. So,
Good.
yeah. I told him I still am unwilling to bait my own hook. So, yeah.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. I like have vivid memories as a child of going into like Bass Pro Shop and Cabela's and like all of the stores that my dad really liked. And he'd be like, let's go pick out some new lures. And I would pick out the pretty ones, which most of the time were for like deep sea fishing. And he'd be like, oh, honey, no.
You're like, but it's pretty.
This one is pink and sparkly and has feathers. I see no problem.
Like, why did they make them this cute if
If we can't use them, I don't understand. Yeah,
exactly. It's just silly.
honestly.
I
Silly
like I'm not
boys.
much of a fisher, but yeah, if I were to go fishing, I would want all the cute things
Yeah.
because why else?
Mhm. Yeah, I think you can expect my dad to insist on taking you out in the boat at least once. If nothing else, just to drive you around and show you the lake because he's quite proud of it.
Good.
Yeah, I really am interested to see if he's found all the ducks I hid on his boat.
Oh yeah, the ducks. The ducks can make a resurgence. I didn't even think about that, Allison.
They will. I'm kind of sad because I ordered another, like a fresh pack of 200, and they were supposed to get here on Wednesday, and they're still not here, and today's Sunday. So at this point,
That's
I think
very
they're just
strange.
lost in the mail. But I have probably 400 ducks at my parents' house. Like I have some that are still in a bag that I left there. And then my mom, as they find them, there's like just trinket dishes full of them. So I can easily take from those and rehide them. But I wanted to like have a fresh bag because since she's traveling with me, I was going to like hide them along the way and see if she noticed. And so I'm kind of sad that I probably won't get to do that. But I guess
Oh
they
my
could come
gosh.
tomorrow, but they'd have to come before she gets here.
I guess she
Anyway,
doesn't need to know what's in the package.
that's
You
true.
can just say it's like your skincare stuff.
I can be like, oh, it's for work.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah. Which, speaking of which, I was waiting on this package for work and it was supposed to get here, like, I'm not even kidding, over a week ago. And it just came today. And I was like, thank God. Because,
Oh
like,
gosh.
I don't know what I'm supposed to do. Be like, sorry, I'm out of town now. Can't do this for you.
Yeah. Oh, it's so hard.
Yeah. Well, as of Thursday, they were in San Bernardino, but Thursday at 6 p.m. it just says package delayed in transit, and there's been no update since then. So that's
Oh
fun.
no. Oh no.
Poor little duckies.
So I get worried or not. Well, yeah, worried sometimes when I'm looking at some of the shipping stuff and shipping things getting delayed because when Miranda and I drove from Minnesota to LA and we were coming through Utah and there's that like stretch where it is just like cliff and we were behind like two fatal accidents like it was one of the weirdest things where like Mocha threw up in the back of the car on our way out of Salt Lake City. So we had to like pull off at this random gas station, like clean it up a little bit. And I was like, oh my gosh, we forgot our water, whatever. So it delayed us a little bit. And it's like you know what? That probably
Saved you.
saved us quite a bit, because there was like one where like it was a drunk driver that like came across the median and flew into a vehicle head on. And it was like right ahead of these other people. And so we pulled off at like a rest stop or whatever, because I had to pee or something, whatever. And there was this van walking their dogs, and they were like, we were right behind the car that got hit. It was horrible. The drunk driver like died on impact. And we were like, holy shit. And then we kept driving, and there was this severe backup. And I was like, what is happening? And when you're doing long road trips, you see like this, because like semi trucks, but there's sometimes where they can have not just the one trailer, but two trailer, and sometimes three. But this was a situation where it was a FedEx truck with two trailers, and it's like it had gotten hit or something, and it went off the edge of the cliff. And it was like half of the FedEx truck was down off that cliff. And then it was the cops were there, the jaws of life were there. And it was heavy. I'm like, holy shit. Like, wow, like how fleeting is life? Because you're looking at that and it's like, yeah, okay, you don't know for sure that that driver is dead, but you look at the front of that tractor trailer, like in a cliff, and you're like, that driver is not alive.
That's
like,
terrifying.
so I always think of that, and I'm like, yeah, that was a FedEx truck that was probably full of deliveries, just trying to do its job. And wow.
Being like in a free fall situation like that is one of my greatest fears. Like,
Oh, just terrible.
yeah.
It was, yeah. And then it was crazy too, because then we got all this crazy rain. And then there was just like the most gorgeous view with like this rainbow once we were like past that. And it was just like, oof, what a day.
Wow.
Yeah. It was
Well, the
really
last
cool.
time you and I drove out, we went through a blizzard and a rainstorm that was pretty intense. But I think it was the blizzard that really took the cake.
Dude, I was so mad. I was like, I fucking hate the mountains. I hate snow.
And
I don't like
the sad part
Colorado.
was we had gotten up ridiculously early to beat it. Like we left the hotel at 5 a.m. and that's after having gotten there at midnight. Like we slept for probably 3 hours.
Yeah,
And
because
then
we were trying to beat the blizzard because we knew it was coming.
we still got stuck in it. And I just remember Lily was texting me the whole time, like, how's it going? Are you guys okay? And I just sent her a picture of like the whiteout on the freeway. And she was like, oh my God, please don't die.
Me driving like I'm so pissed, but we're gonna be safe. Yeah.
Well, we shouldn't have to worry about snow this go around, knock on wood.
Yeah, no. We have fun road trips, okay?
We really do. I'm just hoping this one is much less eventful than my last.
Yes. Yes. I was also thinking about that. I'm like, let's not have that happen.
Okay, how many times have I done that trip?
A
Probably
lot.
20 at this point. That was the only time so far. Again, knock on wood. Just like everything that could have gone wrong did.
Yeah. And it would have been different if you weren't by yourself too. Because if you weren't by yourself, then it could be like, let's just pull off at this thing and just hang out for a couple hours.
Well, when there was that big like accident that shut down the one road in and out of that town, I was like looking on maps because that's what I thought I would do. I was like, oh, is there somewhere I could like go? There was no mall, there was no park. I was like, okay.
You're like, I don't know where I am.
And I had both of the pets with me, and all I could find was a casino. And I was like, that's just not going to work out.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Yeah. I have low key in the past 5 minutes been thinking like, do I try to gate check the pet stroller? Like, will they let
I
you
yeah.
will they let you do that? They let you do it with baby strollers.
I actually had that same thought, to be honest, because I was like, should I gate check the pet stroller?
I'm about to
When I
Google and see if you can. Can
yeah,
you gate check pet strollers?
like why would you not be able to? You can gate check like assistive equipment.
According to purewow.com, it is free to check a pet stroller at the gate.
So yes, the answer is you can gate check a pet stroller.
But then Reddit says no, a pet stroller is a fee for a checked bag, even at the gate. Hang on, let me add Southwest to this.
Let's see.
Now that just brings up the pet policy.
This is silly.
Okay.
Yeah. Excuse me. Sorry.
Oh, this just brings up the human stroller thing.
How would they know that it is?
Right. Anyway, it's a good thought. Maybe I'll call and
Right? Okay, only one pet carrier per ticketed passenger. May contain 2 cats or dogs, must be of the same species per carrier. Goodness. Yeah, I don't know.
yeah. I mean, it would make sense to me either way. Like I could see them being like no, and I'd be like makes sense, and I can see them being like yeah, sure, and I'd be like makes sense.
Yes.
But my kids are a lot cuter than those human kids and a lot better behaved. So I say as they're like chasing each other around my bed.
Gosh.
You know, I like put my towels. I took my towels out of the dryer and put them on my bed so that I could put my sheets in the dryer while we did this episode. So the warm towels are just on my bed. So they're like kind of fighting over who gets to lay on them.
Because they're
Yeah.
warm. Oh, good.
Yeah.
Good, good. I'm looking at the Southwest pet carrier. I don't think I've ever seen anyone with this.
I didn't know there was such a thing.
Yeah, it's actually kind of cute, but it's like it's so random. It has a nice pocket in it. I'm gonna just send you this link.
Did you hear Lila's little burp just now?
No, I did not.
Darn it. I was hoping you did. She got a bath this morning.
Aw,
Yeah.
how
Oh, she
nice.
smells good. Oh,
Good, good.
that's not as ugly as I expected.
Yeah, like it's fine. It's kind of nice. It's
Yeah.
cheaper than the one Mocha uses.
I have two pet carriers, thank God. And they both have the little thing where they can go over the.
Oh, the suitcase.
Mm. So,
Nice.
yeah, I got myself a little carry-on bag that is technically the size that could go under the seat, but it has a lot of pockets on it, which is what I wanted because when you travel with a pet, you can only they count as one of your personal item basically. So I
Yeah.
needed something that had pockets so that I could put my purse items in a more accessible place, but I wanted something with wheels because I am getting too old to have to schlep both my backpack and a pet carrier.
Yeah, yep.
So, especially this trip because my mom is having one of them, so I know I don't want her hauling a pet around the airport. So I was like, I need to get a roller bag so that I can
Yep.
put one of them on that and then just carry one. Yeah. I don't know if she's realized that she'll only be able to have one item with her because she'll have a pet.
Oh.
Because when she flies in, she'll have probably her purse and her carry on bag, which is fine because we can check her carry on bag. I just don't think she's realized that her purse will have to go in the overhead bin. And I'm not super planning on bringing that up.
It'll be fine. It's
That'll just
fine.
be a fun little surprise at the airport.
Yeah, it's all good. It's all good.
But my little bag that I got, I'm really excited about because I got it at TJ Maxx. So it was only like 40 bucks. It's black, so it's not super cute, but it has a ton of pockets. And it also has like a little laptop sleeve and a
Ooh,
cup holder,
what? A
which is
cup
perfect
holder?
because I was planning to fly with my Stanley anyway.
Yes.
Yeah. So that'll be nice. And it's
Yes.
wheels, which is what I'm really excited about because I'm getting up there. My body is elderly.
I'm still trying to find out if you can check a whatever, gate check a pet stroller. I feel like yes. But anyway.
I feel like tomorrow, if I have time, I'll call and ask. But realistically,
Yeah.
I just won't. And I'll just be like, whatever. And
Yeah,
then just not.
you'll see how it works with your little roll-on
Uh-huh.
thing.
I'm really only wondering because I'm gonna have both of them.
Yeah. I know. I ordered, well, I told you this, but I ordered like a rolling pet carrier from Five
Mm,
Below, and I'm so curious how it'll be. But I also didn't check the dimensions to see if it works on Southwest either.
that's funny to me because I really would have thought that you would have checked that considering.
I just, I don't know.
That's funny.
I got too excited about it. I don't know. I was like, it's only 20 bucks.
I
Sweet.
mean, it's
Add
Five
it to
Below.
I love Five Below.
Yeah,
Like, ooh, it's supposed to come tomorrow.
that's exciting.
Okay, I just want to see the pet carrier page, but I'm having a hard time. Anyway,
Uh-huh.
Five Beyond Pet. Literally, I
Ooh,
was so excited to find the rolling carrier bag.
I bet. Especially since you'll have two.
Yeah, that's the thing. I worry.
That's
It
like,
looks like it's actually going to be too tall, but we'll see. Oh, it folds flat. Interesting. I just need the measurements.
that's like 20 pounds of wieners for you to be carrying around.
Yes. Okay, let's see. So the pet carrier bag, oh God, is 19.6 inches long. I think that might be too long. By 11.8 and 13.8. I can't remember what the Southwest requirement is.
Southwest pet carrier. Okay. 17 inches long, 10 inches wide, 9.5 inches high.
So it is too big. That's really funny.
Oh, sorry, that's the dimensions of the Southwest carrier. Maximum dimensions for other carriers 18.5 inches long, 13.5 inches wide, and 9.5 inches high.
Man. Yes, it's a little too long and a little too tall, but it is narrower than is required. So I feel like I could get away with it.
Worth a shot, I feel.
Yeah. Like, what are the, also, it's not like a hard sided thing. So it's like you can squish it.
Mm.
I don't know. Whatever. We'll find out.
So it brought up a bunch of ads for me with this pet carrier search that I just did. I don't know if I can make this any bigger, but one of the ads for a cat carrier has the cat in like full glam makeup. Like, I don't know if you're gonna be able to see. Can you see that?
Oh, yeah, I can see that.
It has lipstick and blush and lashes. The fuck?
That's hilarious. Okay,
That's
so here's the thing, like looking at this carrier,
yeah,
like how it's squishable, like they're not going to actually measure this.
I would think not. I'd say worth a shot.
Yeah. Because I could also like the one that I know is okay that I've flown with folds flat, so I could just have that with me if need
Mm,
be. I don't know.
yeah,
Whatever. It's fine.
it's gonna be great.
I don't know if you can see this picture, but there's like a cat with sunglasses.
Oh, good.
Yeah. Amazing. Well, whatever. I'll be excited to try it.
Yeah,
Otherwise, I'll try the pet stroller thing too.
yeah. Well,
I'm just imagining either one of us just like at the Burbank airport with a pet stroller.
yeah. I actually need to check and see where my layover is because if it's in Denver, fuck that.
Oh, I hate Denver airport.
Denver, I like have a personal vendetta with the Denver airport now.
I hate it. I hate it so much and it's sketchy and weird.
It's the worst thing I think I've ever experienced in my whole
Like,
entire life.
I love the Phoenix airport. I don't get
Okay,
people who
good. Our
have Phoenix
layover's in
airport.
Vegas.
There you go. Vegas is fine.
Vegas, I'll do. That's fine.
Yep.
Denver is just so horribly laid out.
Yeah, it's awful.
Like, it's just dumb and it's late. It's literally like a wagon wheel, and the terminals are like the spokes, and then the main concourse is in the middle. And that's pretty much where the only bathrooms are. That's where the only restaurants are. Like, it's
Yeah,
so
it's
dumb. And the last time I landed or I went through there, I only had like a 10-minute time to get from where I landed to where I needed to board the plane. And I have pre-boarding, so I need to be there right when it
yeah,
starts. And I had to run. I clocked it on my watch. It was a 2-mile run because I landed on this side on one of the spokes
yep,
at the very, very end. I had to be at the very, very end of the opposite side of the airport. And there's no like trains, there's no little carts, there's like barely even the walking runways. Like, it's so dumb. And by the time I got there, I was sweaty and out of breath and disgusting and like, oh,
yeah. I do not like the Denver airport.
I
Um,
go ahead.
oh, people also don't like the Chicago airport, but like if you give yourself the time, the Chicago airport is kind of great, actually.
I actually really like the Chicago airport. Like, is
Yeah,
it a pain to get around? Sometimes, but like, if you have a
but
long
there's
enough
so
layover,
much.
yeah, they have really good restaurants there.
Yeah, like you will find things to do.
Yeah. I literally, the last time I went through Denver, though, I texted my mom after I had gotten on the second plane, and I was like, I am never going through Denver again. Like, I will take an extra flight if I have to. Like, this was horrible.
Yeah. So that's the thing. My sister lives in Vail, Colorado, right? So it's like you have to fly to Denver and then take a freaking like shuttle 2 to 4 hours up into the mountain. Like it's awful and I hate it. And I have such a hard time dealing with the altitude. And so whenever my parents are like, oh, we should go to Colorado. And I'm like, I could handle never going to Colorado again. Like sure there are some cool things there, but I hate the Denver airport so much. I hate that shuttle into the mountains. I don't do well with altitude. Like I don't need to go to Colorado
Yeah.
like ever again. I'm good.
Colorado is also where we encountered that horrible blizzard. So,
Yeah, like I'm done. I hate driving in the mountains. Like ew,
yeah.
it's awful.
Yeah.
And the mountain life is also weirdly like I don't know, it's just such a built up industrial like built up touristy bougie as fuck area and it's like you're secluded. Like my sister made some comment about how she wasn't used to seeing people who weren't white because they live in the mountains of Colorado and I'm like that is sad.
Colorado to me, especially like the people who live in Colorado, not Lisa specifically, but like, the touristy ski, like super outdoorsy people. It just feels culty to me.
It is kind of culty.
I'm just like,
It is.
I'm okay.
Like, and I am not a part of that cult. Like,
Mm-mm.
you know what? It is a vibe for some people, and it is not a vibe for me. Like, I'm not
Yeah.
outdoorsy. I don't like skiing. I don't like snow. I don't want to be decked out in melanzana shit. Like, I'm really good. I don't want a melanzana.
Mm-mm.
I don't want to wear a beanie every day of my life. And like, you know what? If that's you, that's amazing and awesome and perfect. Yeah, no,
Good for you, not for me.
good for you, not for me. Yep.
Yep.
I'm happy elsewhere. Yeah. So anyway, when my family was talking about like a potential family trip, I was like, I don't like Colorado.
Fair.
Like, can we not? Like, I don't want to have to fly to Denver.
Yeah. I am 100% when I'm at my parents', I'm definitely planning on being like, okay, just hear me out. What if instead of Hawaii, we went to Disney World?
Or go to Iolani in Hawaii.
Okay, well that I've already negotiated. Like if we do go to Hawaii, I told my or I pitched it to my dad last time I was there and he was like, "Yeah, we could do that." I pitched like one night there. And I was like, I just really need to do it.
Yeah.
Lila's chasing her tail and it's really weird because I don't think I've ever seen her do that before. Yeah, but I was like, it's on my bucket list to visit every Disney park. So if we are in Hawaii, this is a need. And he was like, okay, that's fine.
When is your family planning on Hawaii?
Well, originally they were saying maybe September, but I haven't heard anything about it in a minute, so who knows?
Yeah.
Eventually.
Yeah.
There's so many places I would rather go.
I know it's
Like
like
if,
I have such a list of places I want to go, and I like mentioned to my parents all these different places, and everything was vetoed. Like my parents won't go to Florida. Nobody in my family cares about Nashville. Like I feel like for some reason New Orleans was off the table. I don't know.
yeah.
My parents never want to go back to the Pacific Northwest.
Yep, say I
Like,
blame them.
yeah. But I'm like, but the Pacific Northwest is cool, and I've never been to Portland.
We can go to Portland.
Yeah. Well, because I have 2 tickets to Metallica next summer.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that.
Yep. I was gonna sell them, but I decided not to.
Yeah. Well, you come to Pink with me in October and I'll go to Metallica with you.
There we go.
I'm like, if we want something like beachy, let's go to Greece. But
Yeah.
no, my dad wants to do Hawaii because that's where they had their um first anniversary trip.
Aw.
Yeah. And he wants to stay like at the same hotel they stayed at, which is actually kind of cool because it's the Turtle Bay Hilton,
Hmm.
which is where they filmed that episode of Full House and The Nanny. Both Hawaii episodes were filmed at that hotel. So that's kind of cool. Um,
I love that.
and he did give me Ailani and the Dole Plantation. But my brother wants to do weird shit. Like he wants to swim with sharks and like all this stuff. And I'm like, I will not, you won't get me on the boat. Like I'm not doing that.
Yeah, that makes
I'm
sense.
like, I just want to go to Ailani and the Dole Plantation and the Jurassic Park tour, please and thank you. And I will be good just reading on the beach with a cabana boy. Strictly there to bring me beverages. Like that's it. A
Yes.
cabana person, if you will.
Yeah. A waiter
Mhm.
person.
Just there to make sure my Miami Vices are topped off.
Yes. Oh my gosh. I'm just thinking of like all the other places I would want to travel, which is really so many. So many.
My parents are looking at RVs again though, which is very exciting because they kept
Mm.
that map that we made during COVID, where my brother and I each went through the map of the United States and we each had pins with like a different head color. So mine were pink, obviously. And we put pins in all the places that we wanted to go because my parents, before they retired, they were planning to originally get an RV and live out of the RV for a year or two and just like travel just in the continental US. And the plan was like, well, if we're anywhere you guys want to go, we'll fly you out. So I bet I had probably 30 pins on that thing. I was like
Yes.
Disney World because Disney World has an RV park. And I
Ooh,
was like, I want to do
I did
that.
not know
I want to
that.
go to Salem, like all of these places. I was like, I
Yes,
want
I
to go
want to
to
go to
all these
Salem.
places. So, well, maybe you can fly out with me because apparently they're looking at RVs again. And I think it's really cute because now they're looking at ones specifically that are big enough for their pets.
I
So
love it.
Frosty and Daisy are coming.
Oh my gosh, I love it.
I know it's so precious.
I'm trying to see if I have a list of places that I want to travel to. Nope, I do not. We're
I did
making
at one
one.
point. I
List of
don't think it's been updated in a long time.
places to go. Okay.
Disney World,
New Orleans, Disney World, Salem.
Colonial
Eh,
Williamsburg, because I need a redo.
I don't even know what that is.
It's kind of like Salem, but Colonial Williamsburg.
Okay.
Niagara
One.
Falls.
Oh yeah, that could be a good one. Um, Portland.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Um, oh, I put pins in Duluth because I was like, if you're there, we're going. But that was when you were still committed to being there. Yeah, that's what I thought.
It's a time. Why can I all of a sudden? Okay. There. You're being invited to collaborate on that note.
Adding to our shared notes collection.
Yeah, it's a
Great,
lot. It's working on it.
great.
Oh, excuse me.
Bless you.
Thank you.
Well, I think that'll bring us to the end of this episode of Clearly Thriving. If you guys can think of anywhere else that we should put on our new travel bucket list, let us know because we'll probably agree with you.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. I'm Allison Clay,
And I'm Siri Harkins.
and we're thriving.
Clearly.
Clearly.